The Weeping Tree, December 29th, 1881. A bank in Denver sent its most adventurous bankman to check on their investments high in the Rocky Mountains. He journeyed on horseback for days on end, visiting mines and mills up and down the stretching valleys. But soon, even a life of travel bored him. In every town he visited, he asked if there was anything out there in the vast wilderness that someone hadn't already conquered. The miners hardly saw past their lanterns. They spoke of their next claim and shared tales of large veins of the purest gold. The hunters kept their favorite grounds as guarded secrets, and always raced against the day lest their meat should spoil. Their stories were of great beasts in the woods, antlers as tall as trees, claws as long as your hand. The traders worked as hard as the miners, buying goods in the city and hauling them high in the peaks for a generous profit. Theirs were tales of roaring cities, dangerous roads, and the terrible weight of debt. The bankman was resting for the day in the Blue Mirror Saloon after a long journey to Ashcroft, when he spotted an old Ute Native American in the corner of the room. He asked the old man if there was anything in this valley that no Westerner had conquered. The man said, "Have you heard of the Weeping Tree?" The bankman had not. "It is said that high up on the mountains, just before the trees can no longer grow, there stands one tree taller than the rest, covered in green and surrounded by mushrooms of every shape and every color and every size. The Weeping Tree. But no one who seeks the tree has ever lived to return." This was exactly what the bankman was looking for. And with a bag packed for the trip and a plan in mind to search the whole valley, he set out that very afternoon to find the Weeping Tree. Day after day, he searched farther and farther from town. The tree was his obsession. For months he could think of nothing else, until one day he saw a tree standing taller than the rest on the edge of a rocky chute. As he approached, he saw that it was a gnarled giant, covered in a meadow of bright green moss and seeping beads of sap. Between the roots grew thousands of mushrooms, reds and golds, spotted and stinking, slender and lumpy. Surely this must be the Weeping Tree. For a while they both sat, glistening in the cloudless afternoon sun, looking less lonely now that they were together. He reached out to touch the trunk. As his fingers grazed the fluff, he felt a prick, and a numbness spread through his hand. It raced up his arm, and when it reached his chest, he began to cry uncontrollably. His legs went limp, and he fell to the ground with the sharp snap of a breaking bone. The mushrooms weren't growing on the tree. The tree was growing on animal remains.